Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. Happy Navratra to everyone. I hope everybody had a great puja, whoever did today, or people like Punjabis like us, like who must have done it like just like us, our family. I'm sure a lot of you would have like finished your pujas yesterday, right? So, but still, happy Navratras and happy Dashara to you in advance. We're going to start our reading today, as always, by lighting up our candles, evoking Archangel Raphael with his healing energy, Archangel Chamuel with his loving energy. Hang on. Ooh, something about. Okay. All right. Thank you, Archangel Chamuel. There's a message right there. Okay, Archangel Gabriel bringing in divine messages to us. Yes. And our commander, Archangel Michael, protecting us. Here it is, all right? So I do feel a lot of, what a coincidence. I literally had like this epiphany, not epiphany, not really, that's not the correct word. Like a little while back when I did this last reading, I think that very night, I had this I felt inspired to do a love reading. That's something that I almost never do. Even when I get those love messages, those lovey-dovey romantic messages, I literally I don't acknowledge them, because that's not how I see things, right? That's not how I perceive them. I see everything from a higher perspective, and I do feel that kind of lovey-dovey romance like really belongs in the 3D, without demeaning it or anything. Like, I do feel that it belongs in the 3D. And but yeah, I felt like, what, I'm gonna do a love reading. And just now that candle, Archangel Chamuel was almost like just hinting to us that there's a lot of instead of love, it's the reverse. It's the opposite, actually. There's a lot of again, I don't want to use the word hateful, but it is what it is, right? It's a lot of hateful, envious energy around you. Envious might be more appropriate, not hateful perhaps, but it depends. It's like borderline. It is what it is. That's a lot of people feel inspired by you, and then there are a lot of people who would be that just don't know how to process that emotion. They don't understand the emotion really, so it just borderlines into like envy, that this jealousy and envy. It is that's how it is. Okay, anyways, let's just look at our downloads. I do have downloads that I got today, and there was one from the last time that I said that I'm going to cover the next time, so that's one. And so let me just cover the ones that I got today. I feel inspired to take those first. So there's something about something about someone surviving something about someone receiving some bad news, something about someone being gutted by fire. So, where this is headed, right? I didn't want to cover any karmic energy, quite honestly. That's why I said, my inclination today was I was inspired to do a love reading, and let me see how many soulmate connections that really come up, how many divine unions come up. But we have downloads, and those messages must go to whoever it's meant for, rather, right? So, but there is someone, I think your karmics are just somehow barely surviving the backlash. And we haven't even really moved our fingers yet. Literally, we've almost done nothing, absolutely nothing yet. We haven't retaliated. We haven't done anything. It's just our, our protection, our divine protection, really. The spirit team, just, trying to just send something back, send 1 or 2 attacks back to them, and just giving them a taste of their own medicine. Right, and again making them taste the fire that we have been telling them, that fire, 44 on the clock, 4 on the clock now. So I'm telling that fire, gutted by fire. So I think it's like the angelic army, I'm telling you, Archangel Michael and the other angels are protecting you right now, my collective. You might not be even feeling anything, right? Quite honestly, like nothing out of the ordinary. There are days you feel great, and the other days you're not so great. You're not like at 100%, but that's perfectly fine. That's just usual life. It doesn't mean that you're under attack. Let's say if you're at 80%, doesn't mean you're always under a spiritual attack or something. It could just be your regular life. You could be exhausted, you could not have enough sleep, you could have just watched too much television or whatever, had too much fun, whatever, whichever way, take it as it resonates. But you really haven't felt anything. Like, I got this message and I was like, okay, I was trying to relate it to myself. It's like, I haven't even felt anything. But be sure, let's just be very clear here. That's what I'm like trying to bring home, that you are still under attack. These people are still trying stuff. Alright, but you're not even feeling it. Now, we have strengthened so much and our protection is so great. So great that we don't even feel it, but we get to told by the divine, we get to told by the angels that, you know, obviously this is happening. And they are like, and when it was this attack, whenever this was sent, I don't know whether it was literally just yesterday or day before or day before that, I do not know, but sometime during this week, all right, this was sent to you, maybe over the weekend. I think it could be over the weekend, or could be yesterday, whichever way. Just understand that it's in the last 4-5 days you actually went through spiritual warfare, but you did not even realize it. It didn't touch you, or you didn't feel it. Even if it did, you didn't even feel it. And that's because of your angels. So just be sure to thank your angels, thank your deities, thank your gods that you are now at a level that all these attacks don't even they don't even make a difference to your regular way of life. They make absolutely no difference. But then some of them, or one of them, or all of them, take it as it resonates, was sent back to your attacker. All right, and like I said, the download given to me was someone barely survived. Was given a very stern warning, as if literally this is your last warning. Last warning that you have, like, stop. This is it. Will not be giving any more warnings now. It's like that. So it's like someone barely survived, because it literally was given, what the words were given to me was survival and survivor. All right. And then it was like someone receiving really bad news. It could be whatever. It could be financial. It could be like I've been telling you, right? Our divine team is going to hit them. Divine team is going to hit them where it hurts them the most. Just like they've been hitting us where it hurts us the most. Our purpose, right? They've been trying to stop us from giving out these messages, trying to stop us from working for humanity, trying to stop us from lifting the vibration of this planet, correct? So now we are good, the divine team must have hit them back where it hurts the most. Now, where is it? These greedy, lecherous people, where do you think it hurts them the most? Finances, correct. So I think this person or your karmics, take it as it resonates, they received really bad news, and I think it's pentacles. So again, pentacles, as you know, my collective, now by this time you're experts, right? Pentacles are not just finances, it's also health. Your health is the biggest currency. Your health is most important, is most valuable to you, right? To anyone and everyone. So I think these people received some really bad news, and the words and the phrase given to me was gutted by fire. When they said fire, I knew seraphim and angels were a part of this. So this was sent back by them. So the karmics need to know this, that this didn't go back from a human being or any other earthly divine being. This went back, this attack was sent back to you right through seraphims and angels. Seraphim and angels, rather, just to correct my grammar there. Alright, so this was one. Just so you know, again, I'm trying to tell you that you were attacked, my collective, but you didn't even feel it, you didn't even come to know, and you might be just getting this news from me. If you were already not getting any pointers from your spirit team, then let me tell you that I'm your spirit team, I'm part of your spirit team. So let me tell you that you were attacked, and this attack was sent back. You didn't feel it even. You had no clue, nothing. You went on your life as you always do, and then they were like, They really got hit. But then again, this was again like not really our we didn't like, when I say our as in our divine team, right, the entire team, we didn't like punch them to ground them or something. This was still like a warning shot. Like they still have, this was the last warning is what I was told very categorically. Really. Okay. So that being that, okay, that's number one. Okay. And something about, and yeah, like I said, the bad news being, like I said, somebody could have been hospitalized, I don't know, some bad news about health, something about finances, or that, so that all that hateful energy, like as I was just trying to resist from that term, but it came out of the mouth, so I knew it was true. That hateful energy could have been coming from your karmic. So like now they got one back, oh my god, they're like, oh my god, we hate her so much, or we hate him so much, the collective is like this, the collective is like that. Bro, it's your own energy hitting you back. We just mirrored it back to you. We is our angelic army, our divine team, our spirit team, which includes our ancestors, which includes our gods, which includes our deities. And that's a spiritual connection that you have not been able to understand. It's just funny to you. So now it's about time you got a lesson. This is whatever it is. Okay. That being that, so that, okay, I've covered that. And then there's something about, okay, this one's interesting. Something about, okay, you will probably, experience my collective. This is again for my collective. These messages are not for the karmics. Whenever it is for a karmic, you'll come to know. I'll, address it to the karmic, all right? Otherwise, just by default, understand I'm speaking to my collective here, all right? So there's something about you experiencing some synchronicity, my collective, something out of the ordinary. There'll be something like a coincidence, but it'll not be a coincidence. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like the first thing that'll come to your mind would be, oh, what a coincidence. You're getting a point. That's what we say, right? What a coincidence. But it won't be a coincidence, and you've been asked to pay attention to it. Whenever something that comes into your life in between today, tomorrow, whenever you get this message, it could be an year later. I'm recording this on 1st of October 2025. Even if you get this a year later or 10 years later, it would resonate for you. These are timeless messages, okay? So what I'm trying to say is, there's something that is going to about to happen anytime now onwards. Whenever you've got this message, there's something that you've been asked by the divine to pay attention to. All right, it's not a coincidence. They're driving home the point that it's not a coincidence, and that you need to pay attention. Anything that the first thought that'll come to your mind, I knew this, that's how I'm telling you. Anything that comes, and a thought that comes into your mind, and then you feel like saying, oh my god, what a coincidence, or first thought that comes to you is like, after experiencing that event, so what a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. Just know that. Pay attention to it. It is not a coincidence. You've been already... No, it's not a warning. It might be a great message, you see. It was 13:13 on the clock when I said that, so it might be nice. It might be great, but you've been still... They've asked you to pay attention to it, so it just seems a little warranted. You know what I'm saying? So just pay attention to it. Just don't just brush it off thinking that it होता रहता है. ऐसा नहीं है, कुछ important है उसमें, something really important for you to look into. Alright, this has come like really, and it came in very clearly. It is not a coincidence. In fact, the first part of the message was there are no it literally said no coincidence. Like it not completed. It was just these two words, no coincidence. And then it was like, pay attention. So just pay attention to whatever in your vicinity, in your environment. Just be aware what's happening. Be more mindful with your stuff. Anything you feel like, oh, this happened, oh no, this is happening, it's deliberately happening, you need to pay attention. Might just be important. Okay, I don't want to manifest something negative or even positive for you. It's going to be different for different people. All right, so this message might now give you a much needed heads up. Okay, what else did we have from earlier? I had something, no? There was one that, okay, something about choices. Okay, so there's, okay, this is the one that I'm covering from my last time. There was this story given to me about, I think he's Maharishi Markandeya, eventually became Maharishi Markandeya. Alright, he also wrote one of the Purans, Markandeya Puran, if I'm not wrong. I don't have my laptop in front of me today. I forgot, it's still in my bag or whatever. Okay, so the story was like, I think his parents were not able to like conceive a child. They wanted a son basically, and they prayed to Lord Shiva, I mean Markandeya's parents. Okay, and they prayed for a son, and Lord Shiva came in, and but he very uncharacteristically, because that's very unlike Lord Shiva. And this is literally, and in fact I was telling the story to my husband also. When I got this, I was telling him, and they was like, this is, I told him the same thing, that this is the first time I've seen Lord Shiva behaving like Lord Vishnu, like Lord Sri Hari, or even Lord Brahma. He does not behave like this. But when he came to this couple, well, like, he was very happy from their puja, from their penance, from how they were trying to please Lord Shiva. He was very pleased by their prayers. Okay, just keep it simple. He said, okay, fine, you ask what you want. They said, we want a son. And then he said, okay, there's a condition attached to it. If you want a son, there are two options. A, I will give you a son. You will have a son that'll be righteous, that'll be very moral, and he'll have an ethical compass. He'll do the right thing. He'll do really well. He'll be a very good citizen. He'll be a very good son. But he'll only be able to live up to 16 years of age. That's option A. Option B, you have a son who will live a full life, like however many years that person is supposed to live. All right, will live a full life, but he'll have malicious intent. He'll be ill-tempered. He'll be unethical. You're getting the drift, right? So these were two options. Lord Shiva was like, you don't have it in your destiny to have a son, but if you want one, and I'm happy to give you a boon, but you have to choose between the two. I do not know. Come to me, tell me, collective, if you have heard of Lord Shiva being like so, with very, asterisky, very terms and conditions. He never really does these things. Never. For him, here's as much as I know my Divine Father, he's like literally always like, Tathastu. Tathastu. What do you want? This one. Tathastu. I want to like this. I want Tathastu. He's like that. He's very sweet. He doesn't really ever come back with, okay, I'll give it to you only like this. That's very Lord Brahma like, very Lord Vishnu like, who are very balanced in there. They don't get over emotional, and they are like, they always look at the bigger picture somehow when it comes to giving boons. All right, with due respect to Mahadev. All right, so but having said that, so this was the first time. You tell me in the comment section if you've ever come across any other instance in our entire mythological history, if you've come across any other instance where Lord Shiva has come up with something like this. Okay, just comment in the comment section. Just let me know. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know about any of those things, but any of those instances, but literally this is the first and the only one that I've read up till now. And I've only barely scratched the surface, but still, just let me know if you know of the instance, and I'll read about it. Okay, and coming back to the story. Okay, so now Markandeya's parents were like, he was not born then, but just for the reference sake, his father decides, no, I want a child who will be righteous. He may only live up to 16 years of age, but at least that 16 years of age, those 16 years of his life will mean something. Yeah, that is what we want. A good citizen. We want a good human being to come into this world. You want goodness to be introduced into this world. You want to contribute in a positive way to in this world. So Lord Shiva says, okay. So now this boy, obviously, he was born with Lord Shiva's grace. As the boon was given, he grew up to be very righteous. So his parents were also like, right? Imagine such an important, difficult decision they made, right? They could have just imagine as being a parent who wants a child. They could have just said, okay, now we want a child, and we won't be able to part with him like at 16 years, right? Just imagine that. No, but they took the difficult decision of, now we want a good citizen, a good human being to come on this planet. So boy obviously grows up to be great. So just when he was like about to turn 16, he gets told by his parents, like this is how it was, and Lord Shiva, gave this boon, but it is only up, you can only live up till 16 years of age, and your 16th year is like, that's coming up very soon, so you will not be able to live beyond that. The boy realizes, and he says, oh my God, like, he realizes that he's just about to turn 16, and just a little, there's not much time left. So he realizes that whatever time is left of his life, he's going to like pray to Lord Shiva in that time and not waste it and doing anything else. He was like, I'll pray to him. I'll spend that time. I'll make use of whatever time is left in my life. I'll make use of it, make most of it, and pray to our gods, pray to our deities, pray to Lord Shiva, and ask for his grace. All right, it was nothing to like, oh, like mujhe bacha lo or something, like nothing like that. He was like, I will pray, I will make most of whatever time is left. See how such a wonderful human being he was, so balanced and so righteous. So eventually the day comes. All right, he's praying Markandeya, the boy Markandeya is praying, and then he's praying to Lord Shiva, and Yamraj arrives. He says, okay, fine, time to go, bro, chalo. So now he's still praying to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, appears. He said, no, he's praying to me, so you can't take him. And Yamraj is like, I'm doing my job, bro. He can't like, Mahadev, you can't like just let him. I'm here. His life is over. Your boon was up till 16 years. The parents knew. The boy knows. He's supposed to go now. The Lord Shiva doesn't agree. He says, no, that's what he does. He's my bhakt. I've had stories. There are stories in the past also. Trust me, he's had like, when there was I think another bhakt of Lord Shiva that Lord Vishnu was trying to punish because he had done something wrong, and he came in the way. He said, don't, please, no, he's my bhakt, I'm not, don't punish him. And Lord Vishnu was like, we can't do that. He has to be punished. He has done this wrong, so he's got to be punished. And he was like, no, he's my bhakt, don't do that. don't harm him, please, don't harm him. So that's how Lord Shiva is, very pure hearted, and that's why he connects with the purest of people. You can be anyone, but you have purity in your heart, Lord Shiva will connect with you. I can testify for that. I am a living testimony that you can connect with Lord Shiva should you want to. You just need to have purity in your heart. Alright, so coming back to the story, he says, no, that's my bhakt, please. He's praying to me. I can't allow him to be taken away. Then Yamraj is like, I'm here to do my job. You can't be, that's not fair. So I have to do my job. That's his job. Nobody else can do Yamraj's job, alright? So what he does is like, so Markandeya was like holding Lord Shiva, like shivling like this, like, and praying to him, chanting his name, his mantra. So Yamraj eventually is like, it's time to go. He does like, he has this, I don't know what's it called, that funda thing, I don't know what's it called what's the correct term in English, that he just tries to like get him by that, like that's how Yamraj takes you away, alright? So but when he does that, since Markandeya was holding the shivling like this, the shivling also comes in the way. Alright, now Lord Shiva gets like super duper angry. That dude, like this, you've like crossed the line. I told you not to take my boy, and you're still taking him, and you're like crossing limits. And he gets really angry at Yamraj. And again, he was literally just doing his job. But then Lord Shiva also can get very angry. Like again, it's a part of the second side of the other side of the coin, right? When you're pure-hearted, you can also like, that's how he can get really angry, and we all know about it. If at all anybody knows anything about Lord Shiva, they know that he can get like super duper angry, right? He gets really angry and chops his head off, like Yamraj's head off, chops his head off. There's a lot of trahimam after that, right? And then then the devtas go and everybody complains to, I'm sure, Lord Vishnu. that's what he did, that's wrong, this is not fair, this was his time to go. And then Lord Mahadev got really angry, and then and then that happened. So then the gods, they go to Lord Shiva that you have to like revive him, only you can revive him. Who's going to do Yamraj's job? There's no one to do Yamraj's job. People will die, and who is going to get their souls? We need to keep the ball rolling here. So how does that happen? So now Shiva, like Mahadev, like puts this condition, okay, fine. I will revive Yamraj, but you have to, like, all of you gods will have to give him a boon that he will always remain, but in the condition that I will give, in fact, I will give him the boon, as in Mahadev says, but in this condition, I'll revive Yamraj only if I give him the boon that he'll always, that Markandeya will always remain 16 years of age. How about that? And they all had to agree, and that's how Lord Shiva saved Markandeya. Alright, that's how it is, the story. So here in the story, what really Divine was trying to tell me by this is it's all about difficult choices. So collective, you, if at all you feel like, see, I already hinted at you what was the difficult choices. Parents had a very difficult choice, right? They had to choose between having a son who lived until their old age, they grow old to see him doing well, having a full life, having his family, having grandkids of their own. Imagine, they sacrifice that, against getting a good human being, contributing goodness to the world, right? That's a very difficult choice. I think that was their divine test, that was spiritual test. I keep talking about these tests. These are the tests that Divine takes, all right? That was test number 1, which they passed beautifully, right? His parents passed. Now I think it's kind of, if you just go think about it, I think it's the reward of that difficult test that the parents, imagine they performed that penance, they got Lord Shiva to be happy. The parents, and Lord Shiva got happy, and they could have asked for anything. They wanted a son, they asked for a son, and then again when the choice was to have, like, just a very average, below average citizen, or having a good human being on this planet, they chose to get a good human being on this planet, even if he was not going to live a very long time. Alright, this was a very difficult choice from a parent's perspective. If you are a parent listening to me, you will understand what I'm talking about. Alright, very difficult choices to be. I think eventually in life, that great difficult choice that his parents made got rewarded. And then also there's a lesson here about Markandeya. He had little time. He didn't just say, okay, fine, I've had such a great, I don't have much to live, so let me go womanize right now. Let me go eat. Let me glutton. Let me just go party. Let me go, spend all my money on something. He didn't do any of that. He realized that he has very little time left on the planet, so he might as well make most of it. And he decided to pray. That's the best he could do. Again, lift the vibration of the planet, bring some goodness into this world. So just there are lessons right here. Again, that decision of Markandeya was rewarded by the Divine, by the universe. Alright, in fact, Markandeya, let's say, grew up to be, he was always 16, right? Now he got a boon and he never could die. But he also wrote, like I said in the beginning, he wrote that Puran also, Markandeya Puran, which I'm yet to read. But just telling you, the story was given to me when Divine talked about difficult choices. Alright, so there could be somebody in my collective who will either face a difficult choice. Now this could be like a choice between your comfort or going for something which has a much more higher purpose. Alright, you can either stay in your comfort zone, live a comfy life, be whatever, do whatever you want to do, or make a difficult choice, a supposedly difficult choice that would pay dividends, huge dividends in the future. And not just 3D wise, I mean 5D wise, even spiritually. Alright, so just remember these little instances. Divine is giving you this story, has given you this story for you to have courage when you make these difficult choices and you feel there's no one really standing right next to you telling you to do it. In fact, the world will tell you, take the easy one, that's the easy route, why you're doing this, why you making it up to be so difficult for you, why is it? No, but you do the right thing. You don't have to choose between easy and difficult. See it as right and wrong. Which one is the right choice? And if it is the more difficult one rather, so be it. Alright, so there's something there for you. And like I said, I've already, and they're imagine this boy grew up to be, like I said again, grew up to write one of these biggest Purans that we are reading 5,000 years later and still trying to learn from. What was his destiny? Imagine his destiny. He was not even supposed to be here on the planet. He literally was a manifestation of his parents' goodness. He came from penance, then his parents made the right choice, and he made all the right choices in his life, right? Just learn from this. Difficult choices, very keeping up, just summing it up for you. You might face a supposed difficult choice again. Like, just see which one is the right one. Don't look at your comfort. You've been in your comfort zone for far too long. In fact, just see it that way. Which one is the right one? Take the right one. That's it. Okay. That being that, okay. There was something about these I got like much earlier, but I think I just forgot to cover them, quite honestly. It's from Matthew's 18:18. When I still get 18:18. I still get 133. I still get 2222 1111 1001. That's like my everyday. Okay, these I'll cover some other time. I'll cover these two. I have two of these, wherein one from Matthew, again the Bible, and it's from the book Matthew, and both are from Matthew. We'll just cover it some other time. Don't worry about it. Not for now. Okay, what is salvation? Still salvation on. Let me just. Do we want to do tarot? Let's do tarot. We owe it to tarot. I always feel guilty when we don't do tarot. I've said this before also. 31 minutes. Great. Okay. Let's just. Divine, allow me to shuffle the cards, please. And now they won't let me shuffle. Why do you want to shuffle? What's it? Okay, let me just see whether the deck is correct. Oh, see the Emperor. Your Emperor energy, huh? Great. Okay. Okay, the world in reverse. Okay, so Emperor energy, world in reverse. Why this Emperor's cycles, life cycles are like death energy. Yay. I was just trying to. Seven of Swords. When you send this energy to other people, this is what happens. Let me just give, collective, give me a second. Let me just put these in order. We want to be fair even to our karmics, okay? Let me just have all of these upright first, and then we'll shuffle them, I should say. Hang on. And momentum. Okay, just stay patient. Give me a second. Rest of fine. I like messages from my collective, but then but then the karmics are also connected with us, right, in a way. Okay, just upright, everything upright. Okay, yeah. They won't allow me to shuffle. They just don't like shuffling. I don't know why. Everybody else shuffles. I don't know why I'm not allowed to shuffle. It's just like, what? I told you. They just don't like it. Okay, what fell? Ooh! The Six of Pentacles in reverse. What was something's been taken back? And the conflict energy. So yeah, see again, like I said, something was being sent your way, or okay, there are two tracks here. Either something was some malicious intent, alright, was sent your way. Okay, yes. Knight of Swords, angry energy was sent you. It was meant to take something from you. Okay, just understand. It was meant to take your blessing. Something about your blessing, something you have, like either they peeped that you have something great coming in, something huge coming in, something, like a wealth transfer, or like a a spiritual power or something. They thought that maybe if they could just like attack you, maybe they can just take it. Yeah, no, people really think they can do that, but if you're not like you're at the initial stages of your life, yes, people can try to affect you in a way. Like they can affect your psyche, they can try to demoralize you, and they try to trick you into thinking that you don't have it, if you know what I mean. You may have something, right? If let's say I have this power, XYZ, some power, but if my enemy tries to trick me into thinking that I don't have it, then I won't exercise it, if you know what I mean. You're like disempowering someone, and let's think of the devil and devil's right here, the bottom energy. I'm telling you the truth. So it's like them, this is the mind game, this is the devil energy, when people try to, like, the enemy tries to like trick you into believing that you don't have it. And what are you talking about? You don't have it. Getting my point? This, like, in a way, like, yeah, they try to discredit you in your own head. So I think something like that was either, that is an attempt to, like, that would be, if you let's say for instance you decide, okay, maybe you realize, in a way they realize because of their the psychological warfare, you realize, oh yeah, maybe I don't have it. You come to this conclusion that, oh, I don't have it. That means that effectively they took something from you, if you're getting a point, right? They can't really take that power from you, but they can try to trick you into believing that you don't have it, and that way they take that gift from you, if I'm making sense, my collective. I think something like this was sent your way, confirmation on my phone, confirmation, something that this, which was supposed to be a divine blessing, they try to take it from you by maybe sending conflict your way. It could be like, maybe they could try to make you believe that, this is low vibrational, like a conflict is low vibrational, right? Or they could just probably send you conflicts. I'm just trying to like think like them. They could try to send you conflicts, like I covered last time, that you are like forever just dealing with conflicts. So you won't have the time to think about your spiritual gifts, if you know what I'm saying. If I'm always just dealing with problem XYZ, I would not be able to think about anything else, if you're getting what I mean. That's, your mind will always be loaded by that problem, something like that. And I think it just backfired. That was one something like backfired. And then just like, let's say if they thought, if they were to take your health, impact your health in some way, you would always be sick. You would not be able to do your spiritual work, right? Let's say for instance, and I'm connecting this with my life experience. There are days you're not feeling that great, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're generally not up to it, you have other work or something. So if you're like, let's say your health is not at its prime, you're not feeling that great, don't have the energy to do it, you're too tired, to put it simply, you'd think like, I can't do this today, I just won't be able to do it. That's how I feel at times. There are days and divine tests me. Let me see, you're not feeling that great today, you look tired, you're visibly tired, would you still do it? Would you still give out the message? Again, I'm just trying to give this message out to you from my life experience. Take it as it resonates. Divine would test me, has tested me in the past, in fact tell me that you love perfection, but what if I were to take that perfection? What if I were to, like, let's say if you don't look that great today, for instance, or your throat is bad, or you're not feeling up to it, or there's some, you have got like cooking to do, you've got other work to do, you have places to go to, you've got like whatever, all of that, you have to whatever, you know what I mean, like all those things. I'm lucky to have not have any problems that I can't think of. I'm so damn lucky. Really am. I'm eternally grateful and thankful to Divine. But I'm just saying, so there are days that Divine tests me. Okay, how about now? I have a message that you need to relay to the collective. How about now? Would you still do it? Or would you only do it on the days that you feel like it? You know what I mean? Just like that. So it's almost like that. So it could be something like this. Think about it. What relates to you? It should resonate with you. This should, ouch, what else? See, the 8 of Swords, they're trying to put, this is 8 of Swords is literally, it's like putting your mind, binding your mind. Oh, we had this reading last time when I said the literally the one before this one that I did on the weekend, over the weekend. There was a warning message about someone sending something to you, piece of jewelry or whatever, to bind energies, right? It was like, oh my God, you're like the source. You're connected to the divine, the source. Let me just suck your energy out. And how do I do that? Since you refuse to relate with me, and I could just send you something that would just like bind you, like I mentioned, like there's a gift item, and it could be jewelry that somebody could just send to you to bind you to themselves, and that way they will have access to your gifts or to your light, basically your light, like your power. How do you do this? Your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your energy, your pure energy, unadulterated energy. All right, so it's something like this. So this is like, again, trying to like bind your mind to this person so that your energy, kind of like is bound to them. I hope I'm making sense, my collective. All right, all of this makes sense unless you cut the cord here. There's no cord really visible, right? When we say cutting cords, what do you mean by cutting cords? Cutting cords from toxic people. How do you do that? Where is the cord? What cord? What is it? It is a metaphorical cord that you have to cut in your brain, that you detach in your head first, and then your heartstrings. Like your mind has to detach from that person. You have to like stop giving a damn in a way. Stop relating, stop expecting, just separate your life entirely. That's cord cutting. There's no literal cord that you cut. All right, and these cords, when we talk about, like this person, this woman here is bound, but there's something, right, like holding her captive, right? It seems like she's in a cage, but she's not in a cage. She can walk right off. These swords are at her back and on one of her sides, but there's nothing right in front of her. She can walk right away from all of this, but she can't see it. She's blindfolded and her hands are tied, but her feet are not. You see what I mean? Why is she standing there? Why do you think she's standing there? Because she don't get it. She doesn't know she's free. This is mental binding. She doesn't know she's free. She can walk right off. She's not going to walk into water. There's like plenty of space that she can walk. She just needs to use her feet and walk away from the situation, but she can't. She's standing there captive, as if like she can't move, that she's helpless, that she's vulnerable, that she doesn't know what to do. She's so lost. This is energy. This is a spiritual energy. All right, so just understand, this person probably wants to bind you so that you just stand there waiting for this person, perhaps, or keep either that or keep giving them your pure unadulterated energy, and you being captive. It's like having, almost like in 3D terms, it'll be like you are a generator, energy generator, and this person wants to like have a connection with you so that they can just like have your divine protection as well. There are two things to it: your energy, and secondly, your divine protection. So this person probably feels the one who's trying to bind you, or whoever, collective, could be family. Family could try to like bind you to, like bind themselves to your money. Maybe they see, oh, money, they're like, these people have got like money flowing into their lives. Let's just bind ourselves to them so that they don't go and we just like reap those. We be freeloaders for life or something. Families, they do that. Absolutely. You'll see so many moms clinging onto their sons. What do you think that is? Right? Just see this, and could be like someone from a past energy, could be like blood-sucking friends also, like friends, like no less so, right? That's another story altogether. It's just, it could be exes. It could be whatever. They're trying to bind you to an energy, bind your energy to their energy so that they can just like keep taking from you energetically. Understand? You have to cut your cords. You have to, or you have already done that. We'll just see. But this is the intent. This was done, and why do I feel that this is what has been backfired? Now this person could be like saying stuff like, oh my God, I just can't stop thinking about this person. 44 on the clock. And I said that. Yes, death energy. This is, or maybe divine has just put an end to this energy. divine has probably put an end to this energy coming towards you totally, completely. Them taking your blessings, them sending you conflicts, them sending you in this jholjhal energy, or like you being in your mind. Oh yeah, thank you divine. This is the energy of like when people when you say, oh, you need to get out of your head. This is literal how staying in your head looks like when you like live in your head. You just don't know. There's no escape, but there is escape. You're right here. Walk off, please. Stop thinking about toxic things. That's it. Nothing else. Use your feet. Get away from this. But she doesn't know. She's stuck. She thinks she's stuck. She ain't. But she is stuck. Because she doesn't know she can't get out of it, if that makes sense, right? Alright, so Divine's just put in death energy to this. Why do I feel this? Like I said, the last warning that Divine gave your angelic army, Seraphim, all the angels, Archangel Michael especially, and Seraphim at the fore. At the fore. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Alright. Could be literally just bringing death. See, I'm telling you. This card, let me just put it. It's like now, it's death. I'm just putting an end to all of this. Like, ho gaya bas, abhi, enough. This person could, and this energy has been reversed towards their side now. They could be going through like financial and health. We covered this earlier, right? There could be like the pentacles, the six of pentacles. Now they're like all of that is reversed. No pentacles. Money is bad. They could be experiencing financial losses. They could be feeling not so good health wise. They could be infighting, a lot of conflict. Could be like they could be in their head like, oh my god, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to get this out of my head, something like that. And death literally is marching towards them, bro. Death, like even I mean like literal death of the pattern, or could be real death or whatever. Wow, yes. See, judgment. You see judgment right here. 3 of them fell. Should I take them with me? Yeah. See, 4 cards fell. Judgment, Sun, 10 of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands. Yeah, that's great. But these are like too many cards. I'm going to put them back, but they all get like Judgment card. Just see. And Divine says bringing all of this bullshit to light. There'll be no darkness from now onwards. Collective, this has gone too long. It's gone unchecked for too long, and Divine's not in a mood to like just let it go. Enough ho gaya bas. Not like no more waiting, nothing. Justice is here. Guys, like, oh my god, just hang on. Okay, we have put those cards back because like 4 and they came back. We just took the energy, we just experienced the energy. Okay, let's see. Just Divine, what else would you like us to know? 47 minutes. Okay, how do others do? How do they do 20-minute read? I always wonder. How? Just kidding. Alright, anything else, Divine? Wow, I think, are we done? Divine? Anything else? Really? Okay. I think Divine's done. I think that Judgment card and the Sun card was that. That was it. Yeah. Last shuffle, Divine. If there's anything you'd like us to know. That's it. Nope. They're done. Okay. Alright. We got it. Thank you. So, what is the lesson here? What have you learned, collective, out of this? That you need to, if at all there is, if at all there's a, yeah, someone sulking. I've told you. Someone's like, oh my god, why did I even have to? I never had to. But that's their only feeling this, because now they're like, the Divine's like punishing them. They're only feeling like that because they're being punished. That's as simple as that. Let's not sugarcoat shit. Yeah, let me do cause and effect. Karma. Karma is coming for them. You see this? Cause and effect? I'm telling you, this is, I think from the longer seas, whoever your comics are, they probably just took it as a joke. They probably made fun. What is this? Details, or the details are going to come out now. Okay. Wonderful. Let me just put this down here. I think, as I was saying, it could be that for the longest. Okay. What happened? Whom did I irk? I irked someone. just now, anyways. Okay. Could be a spouse or a partner. Could be a spouse or a partner who did this, who's karmic here, or the one you thought was the one, if you know what I mean. Or this is being done to a chosen one. You're getting a point? Take it as it resonates. Where is the spouse or partner? Here it is. Let me take that. Hang on for a second. Alright, so details are coming out now. And there is no stopping it. There is no way they can. I've covered this earlier also. There's no way on planet Earth that any of this will stay hidden. That's that. All the details, all the truth is going to come out, right? Okay, far too long. It's gone far too long. Alright, anyways, what else, Michael? Okay, now you're able to see it. Okay, yes. Country. Oh, something about country. Okay, what about country? Is this person trying to flee the country? अभी तो कहीं जा भी नहीं सकते, bro. They're sending Indians back from everywhere. You can't flee. This is home now. And perhaps a prison cell. I don't know. This is home now. You can't run away anywhere. Okay. See, I'm telling you, I just irked somebody else. Somebody. And the collector. Someone else when I say that. So there's another someone who's thinking probably to flee the country or whatever. Okay, this one's popping out. Let's see which one is this. Life lesson. Yeah, bro. You're gonna learn life lesson. These are lessons. Life lessons. Okay, just do it. Shall we? Okay, let's just not try to rush it. Divine something like that. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, what else? Oh. Okay, so stolen. This is showing, so let's just take this. Stolen. Okay, and protected. Stolen and protected. So something that was stolen from you, my collector, don't you worry, it is in divine hands. Alright? It could be, okay, there was fragments for a card. Okay, I just lost that card, but it said fragments. So you're going to get this back. So they might have, like, let's say it was, for instance, it was some inheritance that was yours, that was stolen, wrongfully stolen. No, stolen is always wrongfully, but whatever. Was stolen. Just like maybe that Nakvi running away from with our trophy, you know. Dumb. I mean, I was just about to say something I didn't want to like. But that stupid idiot of a person, that moron, they ran away with our trophy. You know that, right? The Asia Cup trophy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, oh my God, where have you been? Bro, live a little. This man, so India won the Asia Cup and we beat Pakistan in the final. Like, we beat them 3 times in the same tournament. And these people, they ran away with our trophy. Their minister, this ACB chief, who's also the ACB chief, he's basically the PCB guy. And he's this such a lecherous, moron, shameless, dumb fuck who ran away with our trophy, stole it. But don't worry, it's protected. It could literally be that, but you know what I mean. But we can't, like, me and Hazen, we haven't been able to get over it. Like, dude, how can you do this right in front of the entire world? Everybody saw it. He, stupid fuck, ran away with our trophy. We said we don't want to take it from you. And it was like perfectly, like 10 other people on the stage, anybody else can give it to us. We don't want to take it from a Pakistani, basically, who's also an interior minister, who's a, PCB chief. We don't want to like take it from an interior minister who's making such stupid political remarks on X. We don't want it from someone who's not unbiased as he's supposed to be, right? He's the ACB chief, so you're supposed to be unbiased. But no, he wasn't, and he was just making those lecherous remarks on the internet. Putting our boys down, blah 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 blah, which was like very okay these days. And your comics could have also done something like this when they like make these remarks. I think it's perfectly okay to humiliate someone on the internet, right? Like, but you gotta stop it. Like, stand up for yourself or something. And I think Divine is standing up for you. Like, I have seen everything, and nothing is going unnoticed, and everybody who was like in a part of this, this attack, this online attacks, many attacks, like plural attacks, right, is going to like pay a price. It's going to be a life lesson. They will learn a life lesson, and many people will learn from their life lesson. Take my word, collective. What is this? It is Destiny's Child. You're Destiny's Child. You're protected. Everything, all of your inheritance, all of all of the gifts that you have, spiritual gifts, are protected. Don't you worry about it, okay? Don't you worry. Just whatever you're doing, just do fearlessly. Right? Okay, what else we got here? What is this? Okay, there are too many depend. Okay, I'm going to just put them. Okay. Yes. Okay, spill. Ayyo. Hang on. I need more. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, confirmation. Spilled milk. Somebody could be crying over spilled milk. Is this if stupid that saying? It is. If anything, if you don't know about the conflict I was just talking about between India and Pakistan, then you must just read about it. It's going to just blow your mind, because there were a lot of first time things, like first time in the history of ever. There are a lot of things happened, right? So just read about it and talk about, like, this could literally be that same energy of spilled milk. Like Pakistanis have been crying over it. हम नहीं देंगे, अब तो हमने रख ली, हमारी हो गई. Stupid idiots. Alright, it could literally be, and your karmics could think from the same place, that it's perfectly okay to steal stuff, if you know what I'm saying. And I said all of this before, that like, guys, people could just try to like steal something from you by making you believe that you don't have it, or either you don't deserve it, or you're not worthy of it. And sabse pehle hota, the first and foremost is to discredit a person. And all of this misinformation stage that we are going through in this Kalyug is literally a manifestation of that same discrediting somebody, discrediting the truth. All right, so just don't like, just so you know that you are covered, you're protected, and this is going to be a life lesson, like I said. And mark my words, collective, mark them well. This won't just be a life lesson for your karmics. This would be a life lesson for many people who learn from this, that you don't get away with stuff. Don't you think that you will just go anonymously on internet and write something about someone and you'll get away with it? No. That'll be fun though, actually, when it comes out. Okay, anyways, something about parade. What about parade? I don't know what about parade. I'll need more clarity. And then clothes. Something about clothes. Well, literally, you could just be like dressing great. You could just be looking better, or looking blessed. Could be that. Could be just something else. Sometimes it's very simple. Messages could be very simple. Or clothes. Clothes could represent how you show up in this world. You know what I mean? How you show up. So you could be showing up, as your higher self. If you're doing that, you're doing the right thing. You could be showing up as your higher self. Alright, what else? We'll just take few more, 58 minutes. Yes, we'll breach the threshold. But we'll just take few more cards, right? We'll just take few more cards. Just one or two here or there. Let's just take this one. It's trying to come out. So, invincible. You're invincible. No matter how much your karmics try, no matter how many of them come, no matter how coordinated their attacks are, you are invincible. And I'm sure, I'm telling you, it is right under life lesson. And this is something that your karmics will learn, that you are invincible. Alright? Okay, what else? See how beautiful divine is. They just keep coming up with such encouraging messages. Alright, what else? We'll just take one more card. One or two. Not more. One or two cards. Okay, let's just take this one. It's trying to come out. Okay, this is spiritual warfare and it's right under protected. It's under stolen and protected. Spiritual warfare. I told you, this is all about taking something, all about literally your spiritual inheritance. It literally could be in your DNA. We touched upon this earlier, like there are things that are destined for you, that are fated for you. You're supposed to inherit things, and that inheritance is supposed to be used for the goodness of humanity. All right. So there are obviously opposing forces that are trying to like take stuff from you, steal stuff from you, but also know that right over that is protected. Over and above, the energy is that universe is protecting you, divine is protecting you. Don't you worry about it. Okay, last one. Distinct. So you could be like your gift could be very rare. You could have a very unique gift, spiritual gift that's coming to you. That's why you're probably under such attack. Could be very unique, could be very rare, or you could be the only one who has it. Even out of all the chosen ones, you could be the only one who has this gift. See, a lot of people can talk to divine, a lot of people can hear divine, a lot of people can interpret messages. A lot of chosen ones, you could have like a very, very special, unique, one of a kind gift, spiritual gift. I still didn't get the parade bit. What is like your destiny's child? This is your inheritance, and they're trying to like steal it, or they have tried to steal it. Let me put it that way. But with them, you know, the energy they're getting back now. You are the one. You're the chosen one. All right. Something about country, about life lesson. We've already covered this. Something about life lesson. Like I said, they're trying to steal it, or they could have stolen something in fragments by, attacking you. You know, like I said, like for instance, I already told you, right? For instance, if you're like too tired to do something, you should never be able to work on your purpose because you're too tired. You'll not be able to just get out of bed. You're like, I'm so tired, I can't, I need to just lie down. You're lying down, you're not like working on your purpose, you know what I mean? Just think about it, right? You're being protected from all of this ill energy and unethical. Okay, yeah, you've been brought into balance. Just see, balance. Everything has been, this entire scenario has been brought into balance by divine. What is balance? Justice is balance. You see that justice thing, it literally has a balance. Judgment is being called upon these people. Thank you, divine. We love you very much. Thank you 1000 times. Thank you. I'm going to put this back now, and 1 hour 2 minutes on the clock, almost 3 now. Okay, this was lovely, collective. I already felt this will not be very heavy today. It's nice and easy energy, and sure, I'll have fun. Tomorrow is the Shara. Have fun, have a good chutti, eat a lot, sleep a lot, have fun, and I'll meet you very, very, very soon. Until then, goodbye.